Greetings guys and gals, this is XIJABERWALKIX bringing you the best in esports. Today we have StarCraft Brood War, the Shinhan Winners League, STX versus We Made Fox Set 4. This is going to be Bisu versus Shine, and I almost said Shrine actually this time, but I believe that this is on La Mancha as well, and Bisu has another chance for an all-kill. SKT1 dropped the first set with some, I don't know who it was, I don't really care, but Bisu coming back, 2 wins for SKT, might be able to pull off the all-kill again. Sorry for that FPS issue there, I think that was the video, not actually my computer. At any rate, Bisu and Shine is like the kryptonite to Superman Bisu, always knocking him out seemingly of the individual leagues. And you know, it's just a very big rivalry between the two players. At the bottom left in orange we have Shine playing as the Zerg player. At the top left in teal we have Bisu playing as the Toss player. And this again is on La Mancha, a Spanish plateau or something, that's what it said on Wikipedia. Looks like we have something like a 12 hatch 12 pool going down for Shine, and Bisu's obviously going to be going for that fourth fastest span 12 pool, so pool before hatchery. Bisu's going to see this and might place the cannon. They're definitely going to place his forge first though. Might put a cannon, might put down the Nexus first, but definitely one cannon before he puts down both the Nexus and the gateway. And before this game gets started, I want to tell you guys how depressed I am. I tried to play in the StarCraft 2 TSL Open number 9, which is a qualifier for the TSL 3, and I won my first match, and then so I was in the round of 1,024 or something, and then I lost, except I should have won so easily. I went back and watched the replay very easily. It was on Scrap Station. Ooh, Pylon going down to delay that expansion even longer. Bisu did put down his forge first, but it was on Scrap Station versus Zerg player. Had my Void Rays out, should have moved in, waited for a Phoenix, and by that time he had his Spire up and was building Mutalisks. I wasn't paying attention to my Zealots and Sentries, and they got surrounded by Lings, and I should have won just outright so easily, so easily. Bisu canceling that Pylon there, and the hatch finally does go down. Extractor being built as well for Shine. He is double expanding to that 4 o'clock-ish position, it looks like. We see one cannon, the Nexus, so he went Nexus Cannon Gateway, which is a very safe build. Might even possibly put down a second cannon, but I highly doubt it just for the amount of Zerglings that are out in the area. But yeah, very depressing. Lost a match that I definitely should have lost. I was a little bit nervous in the first place, because although I am ranked 8th in my Diamond Division, this guy was ranked 1st in his Diamond Division. So I was like, oh man, this guy must be good. He's almost in Masters League. But really, I just should have, kept calm, paid attention, done what I knew I could do. I executed very well, except if I just wouldn't have waited for that Phoenix, man, I could have won the game very easily, gotten surrounded 500 and something. But anyways, no point of asking what if. I lost, and that's the end of it. I'm gonna be going back to the TSO qualifier number 11, because I think it goes the European servers and then North American servers, European, North American, and just switches off like that. We do have Lair morphing in, that expansion finally being taken at the 4 o'clock by Shine. His hatchery is up and running at this point, still only 2 Zerglings out on the field, and Bisu now has his expansion up and running as well, has assimilators at both of his bases, and is building the Cybernetics core as we speak. Not much else going on in terms of engagements. That Zergling's still trying to kill that probe, but Bisu, of course, he has the best probe micro ever. Preemptive drone going out for Shine, going to be building that Spire behind the mineral line right as that layer finishes, and there goes the Spire. Looks like we don't see a Stargate just yet. If he clicks on the base, I'm assuming that it's probably being built right now, just because that cybernetics core probably is done at this point in the game. And we do see that Stargate being built. Just like I said, this probe getting surrounded and picked off finally, but you know, at the almost 5-minute mark, that's pretty good to keep around your scouting drone, or scouting probe rather. Bisu might want to think about putting down another cannon. He is going for the Citadel of Dune, and this is exactly what a lot of people have been talking about, the early +1 speed lot attack. You see that Forge is spinning, and it's just so effective against the Zerg players. You know, you just get a lot of speed lots with Corsairs and just push in. It's a great timing attack. Bisu definitely has made pretty much made this build up, saved the Protoss, quote unquote, and this build is just very, very hard to contend with. I haven't actually seen a Protoss player lose a Zerg matchup with this build, although I haven't really watched that many PVCs, and both of the and usually the Protoss player I'm watching is either Stork or Bisu, sometimes Cal. Very, very good Protoss players. We do see the Spire coming out, and Bisu has not yet picked off an Overlord. Really needs to do so. Like I always say, it's really, really important that you do pick off an Overlord before that Spire gets up, or before your Corsair is deterred by Scourge, because that's very, very important to pick off that Overlord, just because it's so standard, and it makes your opponent build more Overlords, spend that larva in other ways. It looks like Shine actually might be going for that bottom right expansion. Oh, his Corsair! Bisu's Corsair getting picked off by those Skurs. That's very bad for him. He does have another Corsair out on the field, and Mr. Kryptonite again striking relentlessly. That Zealot looks like it was hiding behind that Forge there. Kind of a cool move. Finally, those two people realizing that they are on camera. Bisu now building a cannon in his base. He does have one Corsair, but losing that early Corsair could really affect this build, especially because he's not going to be able to pick Overlords nearly as fast, and that's kind of what you need to do with this build. You need to pick off Overlords and other various air attackers like Mutalisk. Oh my god, picking off another Corsair. Uh-oh, Bisu. Not looking good for him. He's still definitely okay. Evolution Chamber going up, probably for some early upgrades as well. Or possibly for some Spore Colonies. More likely for Spore Colonies and very, very early upgrades to just deter those Corsairs even longer from killing those Overlords. But that just shows Mr. Kryptonite coming in again, Shine taking that bottom right base. And I always ask the question, why do players take bases that are so far away? And the reason is so they can secure an easy fourth from the third that they do expand. But the bad thing about doing this is you're going to be so far apart, and your hatcheries are so far apart, that you're not going to be able to reinforce nearly as quickly. So the 2 or however many hatcheries you have on the left-hand side, all those units are going to have to go all the way to the right if Beast is going to attack at the right, and likewise if he attacks to the left, then all those units from those hatcheries at the right are going to have to go all the way, which is very, very unfortunate. Here comes Bisu with another attack. There are 2 Sungans at the front, one egg morphing, but still not totally blocking. Now there is a total block, I do believe, but Bisu getting a ton of units in, and oh my gosh, if he's able to surround some of these drones, that's going to be absolutely terrible. It looks like he does not get us around. Meanwhile, Shine coming in with some Zerglings, and this attack might get cleaned up. He is attacking the Spire. If he's able to take down the Spire, that's going to be huge. But at the same time, Shine coming in with a lot of Zerglings here. Might even get off a surround. Needs to not get off a surround if Bisu's planning on taking down the Spire. The Spire is probably going to go down, though. That's going to be so bad for Shine. The Spire does go down, and Shine's already very, very far behind. And these Zerglings might not even be able to take on these +1 upgraded Zealots, because that +1 allows them to kill Zealots or to kill Zerglings in 1 less hit, and there's still about 4 Zealots in the base. More Zealots streaming in, and ooh, just barely morphing those eggs, making a complete block. Very, very nice job by Shine, able to deter those extra Zealots from getting in, but Bisu, man, already doing so much damage in the main. He's just doing absolutely terrible damage, but actually getting his Zealots picked off by drones. All of them get picked off by drones, not even getting an extra drone kill there, but the damage has been done. He just no longer has a Spire. He's gonna, and Shine's really gonna have to commit to this Hydralisk push. He's not even really gonna be able to get lurkers, in my opinion. because he's just so far behind economically. He just wants to go for the big Hydra push, and it would be another help to deter these Corsairs, but now there is a huge critical amount of Corsairs in the area that he's going to be able to pick off any type of overlords or mutalisks that try to attack these zealots. Going to be able to pick off that overlord in the middle of the map. And Bisu also expanding to that 12 o'clock position, so Bisu in a very good position, not necessarily too far in the lead, but in a good position nevertheless. More Corsairs streaming in, and I'm assuming that he's just going to keep up with this Zealot Archon army. And you saw Bisu against STX, against a Zerg player. He just made so many Archons. It was absolutely ridiculous how many Archons he made, and it was very effective because Archons are awesome. With their splash damage, they just do so much. Unfortunately, in SE2, I don't believe they do splash damage, which is kind of unfortunate. But yeah, they just do so much damage, and he had like a whole control group worth of Archons. Freaking ridiculous. At this point in the game, I don't even think that Bisu's probably researched Storm. He's probably researching it now. He probably got it after some other stuff that he wanted to get. Probably didn't get Storm nearly as quick. Probably knew that he was going to morph a lot of those Templar into Archons. But Storm is really crucial, especially with Hydralisk pushes, so he wouldn't bypass it altogether. It's just going to be a little bit delayed. And here comes Bisu in with the attack. Somehow, some way, Shine is going to have to defend this. I don't think that's a complete block, and it is not. All three of those eggs morphed in right in a row, but Bisu not going to be able to get in here, I don't think. He does have a good Storm on all those Hydralisks. Here he comes with more units. Archon morphing in as well. Probably going to be able to take down the Sun Colony. Was able to take down that building, and now he's just going to come in right to the front, and that's what I'm saying, that Shine's not going to be able to reinforce from the units on the right side. They're going to have to go all that way, and really the only thing that would be time effective would be Zerglings to build. It looks like he's not going to be able, he's not even going to reinforce though, and he was actually able to control that engagement and deny that attack. But oh my gosh, massive amounts of overlords going down, like 5 overlords just popping, and now I can almost guarantee you that Shine is supply blocked, so he's gonna have to build a bunch more overlords before he gets any more units. That's absolutely ridiculous how many overlords just popped. That 12 o'clock base is now up and running, and Shine's gonna have to defend with what Hydralisk he has. Here comes Bisu with more units, even a DT in the mix. Wow, that was really cool actually. I liked that overlay transition thing. But Bisu coming in with more units, and we see how just terribly supply blocked Shine is, and Bisu coming in with even more. God, this is actually kind of annoying now that they're going in between all these things. More Hydralisk reinforcing from that right base, finally getting over. Did go for Lurker Tech. There is no Observer in the area. I don't even think that Bisu has a Robotics at this point in time, but he's going to be able to do a ton of damage nevertheless. This is probably going to get picked off though, unfortunately, and yes, the Evolution Chamber does get picked off. Bisu coming in more, and he doesn't even utilize those Lurkers. GG from Shine. Superman able to take it away from Kryptonite. I don't really... Who's an Artemis? I don't know. I was thinking, and I don't know. We have a 3-kill from Bisu, so next set he could go for an all-kill and just take the entire We Made Fox team out. Very nice job by Bisu. If you like this commentary, please subscribe, give me a like, and comment below if you guys want to talk about StarCraft or have anything to say. Other than that, I'm out of here. Lates.